Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech, and in this video, I'll be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your ASUS ROG 2 phone, and I'll also be making a dedicated video for the best features where I'll be showing you all the features offered by this phone. So definitely check out that video, link will be in the description. Now with that said, I want to first start off with the Armor Crate. It's an application, you can find it in the app drawer, and if you're using the stock launcher, you can find it directly on your home screen or here. Now once you open it for the first time, you get this cool sound, cool animation, and this will be the user interface. Now in the games library section, it lists all your games. You can directly launch them from here, and you can also tweak some settings from Game Genie. I'll show them later. Now we also have something called console section where we have a lot of cool things. Now on the left side, we get to see some pretty cool information: CPU usage, CPU temperature, GPU frequency as well, and at the bottom it even gives you a rough estimate of how long the battery will last. Now on the right side, we have some cool settings. First we have the X mode. Now it is enabled, and if you click it over here, it gets disabled. Now X mode is like a high performance mode, which will be great for gaming. Next we have Game Genie settings where we can add games to your list. As of now, there is only Asphalt 9 and PUBG on this phone. Now this phone has air triggers on the left side and right side over here, and you can configure those settings from here as well, which I'll be showing you in a minute later. Next we have fan speed settings. Now this phone also has an extra accessory where you can put a fan on the back to reduce the temperature. And once again, using these settings you can control the fan speed. Finally, we also have the system lighting options, and once you enable it, you get to see this cool lighting effect on the back. Now from here, we can also configure it further. Just click it over here and you can change the color. Now I can set it to blue just by doing that, and here's a quick preview of that. Now we also have different styles. This is static. Next we have breathing, and this is how it looks. And we have other things as well. Now you can configure this lighting effect to be turned on at a specific time as well. So if you want this lighting effect only while you're playing game, or when the display is on or when the display is off, you can do all that from these settings. Just go to advanced settings and you can configure it from here. Now back to the games library, let me launch this application or the game. Now once you have started any game listed in the game library, you can access the Game Genie by swiping from the left side corner. And now you get some extra cool options. Now here's a closer look. We can increase or decrease the screen brightness using this slide over here. We can block alerts. We can also lock brightness, enable or disable air triggers, and do all other crazy stuff. Now if you want to enable air triggers for this phone, you can access it from here. Just go to the Game Genie settings and click this button. Now you get this option. Now the left and right air triggers are placed in these locations, and you can configure them or move them in this mode. Now once you're done, just click enable, and now you're done. Now the air triggers have been configured. Now let me just start a race. Now I can click on the right side for nitros and on the left side for brake and for the spin gesture. Here we go once again. So guys, those are the air triggers. As of now, air triggers are enabled just in that particular game, that's Asphalt 9. But you can also enable it or disable it directly from the toggles. Just go to the notification area and you have a dedicated toggle for air triggers. Now if you click on it, you get some extra options. Now besides using these air triggers in the game, you can also get the squeeze feature that you can usually find on the Pixel phones. So just enable it and you get two different options, a short squeeze and a long squeeze. Now I've configured to trigger Google Assistant with a short squeeze, and I can just do that to trigger Google Assistant, and I can do a long squeeze to toggle the flash. Now the flash is off, I can just squeeze it for a long time to turn on the flash. I can do it again to turn it off. So these are the two cool features that you get with the air triggers. That's the squeeze feature, and you can also change the intensity of the squeeze by using this setting. Next, this phone has three different types of themes. So if you want to change the theme, you need to first go to settings, it's over here, and then select themes and wallpaper. Now select themes. Now these are the three different themes that we have. This one is slightly like the dark mode. Next we have a light luminous core. And finally we have something that's pretty close to stock Android, and that's the one we are using right now. And here's a quick preview of how the stock Android theme looks like. It's pretty close to stock Android. There are a lot of tweaks and extra things, but still it's pretty close to stock Android. Now let me just change to dark luminous. Now this is the new dark luminous theme. Icons have changed, we got a new black background, and this is the new notification area. Toggles are different, background accent colors are different, and that's what you get. And you also get a slightly redesigned phone dialer and messaging application. Now let's try white luminous. By the way guys, personally I prefer the stock Android look, and I would suggest you to stick with that as well. Now this is the white luminous. It's just white, and once again white with a different accent color. This is the overall look. And finally, this is the phone dialer. Now let me just switch back to the stock theme. Now even if you're using the stock theme, we get a dedicated dark mode which will make your phone look much more cooler. So to enable that, once again go to settings. Once you're in settings, select display settings and then select system color scheme. Now we have dark. Now once you enable it, you have enabled the dark mode and this is how the phone looks now. It's definitely way more cooler than earlier. This is the phone dialer. Now on this phone, we also got the new Android 10 based gestures. To enable that, go to settings, then select display, it's right over here, and scroll down a bit and select navigation, system navigation, and we have gesture. Now once you have enabled it, we got a quick tutorial over here, and once you're done reading that, you can just swipe down from the button to go home. You can swipe and hold for recent apps. You can swipe from the left side or right side to go back a step. So that's pretty cool. Now for Google Assistant, we have the squeeze feature already. And there you have it. So these are the new gestures and I would definitely recommend you to try them out. Next, in the same display settings, we also have something called refresh rate setting, where you can change the refresh rate from 120Hz to 90Hz or to 60Hz as well. Now the main highlighting feature about this phone is definitely that 120Hz display, but for some reason if you want to save some battery, then you can also switch back to 60Hz. Personally, I would leave it at 120Hz. Now I'm going to show you how to use split screen mode on this phone. For that, first let's go to the recent apps page. Now over here we have a dedicated button. Just click it over here and it opens up that application in the top window, and you can select the secondary application from your recent apps, or else you can go to the home screen and then select secondary application from your app drawer. And I'm going to open Google Chrome and here we have it. So this is how we can use split screen mode on this phone. Now if you're using this old style navigation bar and you want to stick with that, we have a quick shortcut as well. Just go to display settings, then select system navigation, then select virtual key settings. Now over here we have recent apps button. You can use this recent apps button to activate multi-window. Just enable that and now you can just press and hold this recent apps button to open split screen mode. And there you have it. So if you're using these buttons, you should definitely give this a try. Now split screen mode has been on Android for a very long time, but still there are applications that do not support it. So to fix that, this is what you can do. First go to settings, then scroll to the bottom and select system. Now select about phone. Now select software information and click the build number 7 times. Once you do that, developer options will be enabled. Now go back a step, select developer options, scroll all the way to the bottom and enable force activities to be resizable. Once you enable this toggle and restart your phone, you will be able to use all applications in split screen mode. Next, this phone also has a feature like always on display. So to enable that, go to settings, then select display settings. Now once you're here, scroll a bit and select always on panel. ASUS calls it always on panel, and once you enable it, this is a quick preview. Now this is the always on panel, and I know it doesn't look all that cool, but you can change the clock styles. So these are the different clock styles that we have. Firstly, I don't like any of them. I'd rather stick with something like this if I really have to. And here's a quick preview once again. So that's the always on panel or always on display from ASUS. Now I'm going to show you how to record calls automatically on your phone. For that, open the phone dialer, then click this button over here, then select settings, select call, now select advanced, and we have the call recording settings over here. Now once you enable this particular toggle, your phone will record calls automatically on your phone. Now this particular feature is available in India but might not be available in other countries. So if you can't find this feature, try to use some third-party application. Now I'm going to show you how to display the battery percentage on the status bar. I think it's already enabled by default, but for some reason if battery percentage is not displayed, this is what you can do. Go to settings, then select battery and just enable this toggle. Once you do that, you can see the battery percentage on the status bar. Now if you want to take a screenshot on this phone, you can just press the volume down and power button both at the same time to take a screenshot. And there you have it. And once you take a screenshot, you get a preview like this. And now if you want to take a longer screenshot, you can just keep clicking this button and the page will scroll on and on. Once you're done, leave it and you get a long screenshot. Here's a quick preview. So this is the long screenshot. Just click save to save it. Now I'm going to show you how to change default apps on your phone. Let's say if you want to change your default browser, default phone dialer application or your default launcher, this is what you can do. Go to settings, then select apps. Now select default apps. Now from this page, you can change your default browser, home application, that's launcher, phone dialer application and SMS application as well. So guys, these are the most important tips and tricks for your ASUS ROG 2 phone. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video or if you have any questions, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from Greedy Tech signing off. Have a nice day.